Have you ever wondered what fueled the sharp minds and steady spirits of the Stoic philosophers, people like Seneca, Epictetus, and Marcus Aurelius? These weren't just thinkers. They lived long, active lives, often into their 70s and 80s, in a time when that was rare. Part of their secret wasn't just in their ideas, it was on their plates. In this journey, we'll uncover what they ate to stay strong and lucid, and how you can borrow their wisdom for your own life, especially as the years add up. The Stoics didn't fuss over food. They saw it as fuel, not a luxury. They kept it simple, practical, and tied to nature. No lavish feasts or exotic spices for them, just what kept the body humming and the mind clear. Think bread, olives, vegetables, a bit of cheese or fish. Maybe some wine in moderation. It wasn't about starving or overindulging, it was about balance. They believed a strong body supported a sharp mind, and that's a lesson worth keeping as we age. Why does this matter now? Because what you eat doesn't just fill your stomach, it shapes how you feel, think, and move through the day. The Stoics didn't have modern science, but today we know their choices line up with what keeps us going longer. Simple, whole foods, vegetables, grains, a little protein helps steady your energy and protect your health. It's not a diet, it's a way of living that echoes their calm, focused approach. Take Clara, a 70-year-old I know. She heard about the Stoics and swapped heavy processed meals for lighter, natural ones. Think a bowl of lentils with greens or a slice of bread with olive oil. She didn't turn into a philosopher overnight, but she noticed her head felt clearer and her steps got surer. "It's like I'm feeding my strength," she told me. Clara's not chasing miracles, she's just eating like the Stoics did, with purpose. This isn't about rules or restrictions. The Stoics weren't perfect. They were practical. They ate what was available, what sustained them, and they stayed present while doing it. As we age, that kind of clarity, physical and mental, becomes gold. So what fueled these wise folks? That's what we'll dig into next, starting with the power of simplicity. But for now, think, what's one small change you could make to your plate that might sharpen your days? So what was on the Stoic philosophers' plates that kept them strong and lucid well into their later years? One word stands out: simplicity. Thinkers like Seneca and Marcus Aurelius didn't chase complicated meals or rare delicacies. They stuck to what was basic, natural, and close to the earth. In this chapter, we'll see how that choice fueled their bodies and minds, and how it can do the same for you, especially as time moves on. Picture a Stoic meal. A chunk of coarse bread, maybe made from barley or wheat, paired with olives or a handful of figs. A bowl of stewed vegetables, lentils, onions, maybe some greens might show up, with a little cheese or fish on the side. No heavy sauces, no endless courses, just food that fills you up without weighing you down. They ate what was around them, seasonal and straightforward. Seneca even wrote that too much indulgence dulls the mind. Simplicity, he said, keeps you sharp. Why does this work? Modern research backs it up. Simple, whole foods. Think vegetables, legumes, and grains. Steady your blood sugar, ease inflammation, and keep your brain firing. That's gold as we age, when energy can dip and focus can blur. The Stoics didn't know the science, but they felt the difference. A light body leaves room for a clear head. Clara, who we met last time, took this to heart. She traded greasy takeout for a Stoic-inspired lunch, a bowl of beans with spinach and a drizzle of olive oil. Nothing fancy, but she noticed her afternoons felt less foggy. "It's not about cooking like a chef," she said. "It's about eating like I mean it." She's not alone. People who eat this way often say they feel steadier, stronger, even into their 80s. Here's how to try it. Pick one meal this week and keep it simple. Maybe a slice of whole bread with some avocado, or a warm soup with whatever veggies you've got. Eat it slow, taste it, enjoy it. The Stoics weren't about deprivation. They savored what they had, but kept it lean. It's in your control, and that's where the power lies. Simplicity isn't just practical, it's freeing. You don't need a big budget or hours in the kitchen. As we age, that ease matters, less fuss, more focus. The Stoics knew a clear plate leads to a clear mind. So, what's one simple bite you could add to your day? That's your next step to their kind of strength. The Stoic philosophers didn't just eat simply, they ate smartly, with moderation as their guide. Seneca, Epictetus, and Marcus Aurelius weren't sitting down to overflowing plates or starving themselves either. They found a middle path, and that balance kept them strong and lucid through tough times. In this chapter, we'll see how moderation in food can be your key to vitality, especially as the years stack up. Moderation for the Stoics wasn't about strict rules. It was about knowing when enough was enough. A bowl of porridge or a piece of bread with some olives might fill their stomachs, but they'd stop there. Maybe a glass of watered-down wine to wash it down, but never too much. Seneca once said, "Excess wears you out, body and soul, while just enough keeps you steady." They ate to live, not the other way around. Why does this matter as we age? Overdoing it, too much sugar, fat, or even just too much food, can leave you sluggish, foggy, even achy. But moderation, it's like tuning an engine. Everything runs smoother. Studies show that eating less, but well, can boost your energy, sharpen your memory, and even add years. The Stoics stumbled onto something timeless. A lighter load means a longer road. Clara, our Stoic-inspired friend, learned this the hard way. She used to pile her plate high at family dinners, then feel tired and bloated after. One day, she tried the Stoic way, half the portion, same simple ingredients. "I didn't miss the extra," she said, "but I felt so much better." Now, she stops when she's satisfied, not stuffed, and her days have a new spark. Here's a trick to try. Next meal, take what you'd normally eat, then cut it back a little. Maybe leave a few bites behind. Chew slow, enjoy it, and notice how you feel after. It's not about going hungry, it's about finding your sweet spot. The Stoics believed you're in charge of that choice, and it's a power that grows with practice. As we get older, moderation becomes a quiet strength. It's less strain on your body, more room for your mind to shine. The Stoics didn't obsess over food, they mastered it. So what's one meal where you could ease up a bit? That small shift might just carry you further than you think. We've seen how the Stoic philosophers ate simply and in moderation, but there's one more piece that made their meals powerful: purpose. Seneca, Marcus Aurelius, and Epictetus didn't just eat to fill their bellies, they ate to fuel their lives. In this final chapter, we'll uncover how that mindset kept them strong and lucid, and how you can use it to make every bite count, especially as you age. For the Stoics, eating wasn't a mindless habit, it was a choice. They'd sit down with their bread, olives, or a humble stew and see it as strength for the day ahead. No distractions, no rush, just focus. Marcus Aurelius might have thought, "This keeps me steady to lead, to think, to live." It wasn't about the food itself, but what it did for them. That purpose turned simple meals into something more. Why does this matter now? Because eating with intention keeps you connected to your body, your mind, your goals. As we get older, it's easy to slip into autopilot, grabbing whatever's quick or eating out of boredom. But purpose flips that. Studies show mindful eating boosts digestion, cuts stress, and even helps you feel sharper. The Stoics didn't need the data, they lived it. Clara, who's been with us, found this out. She used to snack absent-mindedly, barely tasting her food. Then she tried the Stoic way. Before eating, she'd pause, take a breath, and think, "This is my fuel." A bowl of soup or a piece of fruit became a moment, not just emotion. "I feel like I'm choosing my strength now," she said. Her mind's clearer, her energy's steadier. She's living proof. Here's how to start. Next time you eat, stop for a second. Look at your plate. Maybe it's just bread and veggies, and say to yourself, "This is for my health, my focus." Then take it slow, taste it, feel it. It's not about fancy rituals, It's about being there. The Stoics knew every meal was a chance to build resilience, and you've got that same power. This is the Stoic secret. Purpose turns food into strength. Simplicity, moderation, and intention. It's a recipe that carried them through decades, lucid and strong. Clara's doing it, and so can you. Pick one meal today and eat it with purpose. Try it for a week, see how it feels. You're not just feeding your body, you're shaping your life. That's the Stoic table. Humble, deliberate, powerful. What's one bite you'll take with intention today? Start there and let it grow. Here's to strength and clarity, one meal at a time.